the first equation and the second equation. In the first equation, already it was given the value of y is equals to 3x minus 3. Write down the second equation, minus 5x plus 3y is equals to 3. So in this case, what I'll do, I'll substitute the value of y. In place of y, I will write down the value which I got from the first equation, which is 3x minus 3. So 3x minus 3 and rest I'll write down the same. What we need to do, we have to open the brackets. Minus 5x plus 9x minus 9 is equals to 3. Now it's just a simple linear equation. We have to solve it. Minus 5x plus 9x means 4x minus 9 equals to 3. I'll take 9 to other side. 4x will be equals to 3 plus 9. 4x will be equals to 12 and x will be equals to 3. Replace this value of x in the first equation. Or you can replace this value of x in the second equation. Any of the equation you will put this value, you will get the value of a y. I'm putting here the value of y in the first equation. So y would be equals to 3x minus 3. I have to replace this value. So in place of x, I will write on 3 minus 3, which is equals to 9 minus 3, which is equals to 6. So the value of x is equals to 3 and the value of y is equals to 6. When we draw the graph for the two linear equations, then there can be a case that the lines are parallel to each other. We don't have any solution for the parallel lines, or the lines are intersecting. So we always have a solution for the intersecting lines. So let's understand this with an example. So we will take here two equations. The first equation is 3x minus y is equals to 7 and the second equation is x minus 2y is equals to 4. To solve the equations with the graphical method, we always need to make a table so that we'll get the points to plot it on the graph. So let's start with the first equation here. We will take 3x to the other side. We'll get here minus y is equals to minus 3x plus 7. Then we'll take this negative sign to this side. We'll get y is equals to negative 3x plus 7 over negative 1, which can be written as negative 3x over negative 1 plus 7 over negative 1, and we'll get here 3x minus 7. So this is the equation, and for this equation we have to make a table. So we will consider here the values of x as negative 1, 0 and 1. Three values are sufficient to plot the table for any equation. So we'll write down here if x is equals to negative 1. So y is equals to, in place of x, we'll put here negative 1, negative 7. We'll get here negative 3, negative 7, which is equals to negative 10. We'll write on here negative 10. Then if x is equals to 0, y is equals to, in place of x, we'll write on here 0, minus 7 is equals to 0 minus 7, which is equals to minus 7. We'll write on here. When you will put the value of x as 1 in the equation, you will get here negative 4. To understand this particular part, how to make the table, I have already shared a video to plot the graph for a linear equation. So if you are not able to understand from here quickly, then you can go through that video once. We will make the table for the next equation. So for that, we will take 2y to this side. We'll get x is equals to 2y plus 4. To make the table for this equation, we will consider the values of y. We'll write on here x and y. Again, we will take the three values of y. Let it be negative 1, then 0, then 1. We'll write on here if y is equals to negative 1, x will be equals to, in place of y, we'll write on negative 1 plus 4. We'll get here negative 2 plus 4, which is equals to 2. We'll write on here 2. Then we'll write on if y is equals to 0, x is equals to 2 into 0 plus 4, which is equals to 0 plus 4, which is equals to 4. We'll write on here 4. And when you will substitute the value of y as 1, you will get 6. So our table is ready. and we got 3 points, negative 1, 10, 0, negative 7, 1, negative 4 for the equation y is equals to 3x minus 7, and for the equation x equals to 2y plus 4 we got 3 points, 2, negative 1, 4, 0 and 6, 1. So let's plot the graph for the equation. Since I have already put the points on the x-axis and the y-axis, so let's plot the points for the two equations. So the first equation, I have already written the points here. For the second equation, I have already written the points here. So negative 1, negative 10, it is here. Then it says 0, negative 7, it is over here. Then it says 1, negative 4, it's over here. Now we will join the points. So it is 2, negative 1. It's here. Then it says 4, 0, which is over here. Then it says 6, 1, which is over here. Now let's join these points also. So the line, it is going to intersect at a particular point, and we just need to figure out what that point is. So if you will see, the point where it is going to intersect is 2, negative 1. That means 2, negative 1 is the solution for these two equations. Now let's check that 2, negative 1 is the right answer for these two equations or not. So for that, what we need to do, we have to replace the values of x and y in the equations. So y is equals to 3x minus 7. So the value of x is 2 and the value of y is negative 1. So that means if I'll take left hand side, y is equals to negative 1. If I'll take right hand side, I have to substitute the values. 3 into 2 minus 7. So 6 minus 7 is equals to negative 1. For this equation, we got left hand side is equals to right hand side. Similarly, we'll take the next equation, which is x equals to 2y plus 4. So left hand side is x is equals to 2 and right hand side is 2y plus 4, which is equals to 2 into negative 1 plus 4, which is equals to negative 2 plus 4, which is equals to 2. So here also what we get left hand side is equals to right hand side. That means the solution which we find out from this graph, which is 2, negative 1, is the right solution. If you will not get for both the equations left hand side is equals to right hand side, that means you have done something wrong. So you have to recheck your working again. We have two equations, x plus 10y is equals to 3. Let it be equation number 1. 4x plus 5y is equals to 5. Let it be equation number 2. Here we don't have any variable with same coefficient. To do so, we have to multiply any of the equation with a number. In this equation, we can multiply equation 1 with 4. We will get x plus 10y is equals to 3 multiplied by 4. 4 into x, 4x. 4 into 10y, 40y. 4 into 3 is equals to 12. Make sure you will multiply all the number and variables given in that equation on both sides. So you can see the coefficient of x in this equation is equals to the coefficient of x in equation 2. In the similar way, we can multiply second equation with 2 to make coefficient of y variable equal. Let's see. 4x plus 5y is equals to 5. Multiply with 2. We'll get 8x. 2 into 4x plus 2 into 5y, 10y is equals to 2 into 5, 10. Let it be equation number 4. So you can see here that the coefficient of y is just equal to the coefficient of y in equation number 1. You can take any of the option, either 1 or either 2, to solve the simultaneous equations. I'll go with option number 1. Now, in option number 1, you can see the x variable is having the same coefficient. And to cancel these variables, what I have to do? I have to subtract the equations. So, we'll subtract 4x plus 40y minus bracket 4x plus 5y is equals to 12 minus bracket 5. You have to take care when you are subtracting, subtract left hand side with the left hand side and right hand side with the right hand side. Now open the brackets, we'll get 4x plus 40y minus 4x minus 5y is equals to 12 minus 5. 4x and 4x will cancel. 40y minus 5y is equals to 35y is equals to 7. We'll take 35 to the other side. We'll get y equals to 7 over 35, which when we simplify, we'll get 1 by 5. So the value of y is 1 by 5. Now, we will substitute the value of y in any of the equation, either 1 or either 2. So I will substitute the value of y in equation 1. Equation 1 is x plus 10y is equals to 3. Substitute in place of y, 1 by 5, we'll do that, is equals to 3. Now simplify this part, because it is in multiplication, we can simplify it. So if you will simplify, we'll get 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10. We'll get 2 equals to 3. We will take 2 to the other side, we'll get x equals to 3 minus 2, which is equals to 1. Therefore, the solution for these two equations is x equals to 1 and y is equals to 1 by 5. We'll learn how to solve simultaneous equations with different coefficients. For example, 5x minus 3y is equals to 18. 2x plus 4y is equals to 54. So, here you can see in both the equations, the coefficient of x and y, they are different from each other. And in the elimination method, we need at least one of the variables should have the same coefficient. So to do so, we have to multiply the first equation as well as second equation with some number. And how we can decide that? So the coefficient of x in the first equation is 5. The coefficient of x in the second equation is 2. So we need to find out what is the LCM of it. So the LCM for this is 10. That means we need to change the coefficient of x in both the equation equals to 10. So if I will multiply 5 with 2, it will change to 10. If I multiply 2 with 5, it will change to 10. So we will get here two different equations. So multiply here 2 into 5x minus 2 into 3y is equals to 2 into 18. The equation will be 10x minus 6y is equals to 36. Let it be equation number 3. Then the second equation, we need to multiply with 5. 5 into 2x
plus 5 into 4y is equals to 5 into 54. So we will get here 10x plus 20y is equals to 270. Let it be equation number 4. Now, in equation number 3, we have 10x. In equation number 4, we have 10x. If we want to eliminate it, we need to subtract the equation. So we always subtract left-hand side with the left-hand side and right-hand side with the right-hand side. I'll put here negative, then a bracket, because within the bracket, I have here two different values, is equals to 36 minus 270. Now we will open the bracket. 10x minus 6y minus 10x minus 20y is equals to minus 234. Now we will write the variables together, similar variables. 10x minus 10x minus 6y minus 20y is equals to minus 234. Since it is 10x, this one is minus 10x. 10x minus 10x is 0. So we will just cross these two values. That means we are not going to include it further. Now minus 6y minus 20y means minus 26y is equals to minus 234. So y will be equals to minus 234 over minus 26. So negative and negative sign will cancel, and if you will simplify it further, you will get it equals to 9. So we got the value of y is equals to 9. Now we have to calculate the value of x, and to calculate the value of the x, we have to substitute this value of y in any of the one equations. So let's take the first equation. It is 5x minus 3y is equals to 18 if y is equals to 9. Now we have to substitute the value of y as 9. 5x minus 3 into 9 is equals to 18. 5x minus 27 is equals to 18. 27, if we will take to this side, we'll get here 5x is equals to 18 plus 27, which is equals to 45. So 5x is equals to 45, and if we want to calculate x is equals to, it will be 45 over 5, which is equals to 9. So we got the value of x is equals to 9. So in this case, the value of x is 9 and the value of y is 9. Now, if you want to check your answer, whether your answer is right or wrong, what you have to do, you have to substitute these values of x and y in the equations. That is first and second. So let's understand that part also. If I will substitute the value of x and y in the equation 1 and 2, so first I'll write on here left hand side. So 5x, in place of x I need to write down 9, minus 3y, in place of y I need to write down here 9, and then I'll solve it. I'll get here 45 minus 27, and if you will solve it, you will get it equals to 18, and which is equals to the right hand side. In the second equation, the left hand side is 2x. So in place of x, it's 9 plus 4y, 4 into 9. In place of y, we have 9 is equals to, if I solve it, I'll get here 18 plus 36, which is equals to 54, which is equals to right hand side. So when I substitute the value of x and y as 9 in both the equations, my left hand side is equals to right hand side. That means your solution is absolutely right. So I hope you can solve the simultaneous equations easily by the elimination method, but make your concepts of integers strong so that you won't make any mistake in the working and will get the right answer. If you have liked my video, like the video, share it, and also write the comment in the comment section so that it will give me lots of motivation to keep going. Stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching.